Welcome to Pop Chat. My name is Annette Tarpley. I'm the founder of The Passion of Poetry. And today with me, I'm very happy to introduce Edith Blackbird. Welcome, Edith.
Hi, Annette. How are you? I'm so glad
I'm
to be
good.
with you.
You must have a monitor up there somewhere. So
Yes, I
that's
do.
cool. That's cool. So what I'm going to do is have you introduce yourself to us, Edith, and I'm
hmm
going to give this over to you. You can divulge whatever you want about you, um, whether it's writing, any kind of personal information you want to divulge is great as well. So I'm going to give you the stage and tell us about Edith.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. Like I said, this is an amazing opportunity. I cannot be more grateful. Um, just to be a little bit of me, and I don't want to brag at anything, but you know, I'm Edith Blackbird. I'm a poet, queer Mexican poet with a declamation style, and this has been a very entertaining and interesting journey in my life in the creative writing journey. In my case. I started when I was just little, when I was in elementary school, doing my stuff, the usual stuff that we kids do, learning how to write and do all the things. And once I just started to create some sort of lines or phrases, I just keep doing it until I find the way of in poetry. It was an amazing thing for me to find as a way of surviving a lot of things that I was dealing at that time in my life, and until this point, of course. And it's such a lifestyle for me, be doing poetry since I was a little kid, like 6 or 7 years old, and till now that I'm 34. And yeah, I've been published in a few of books. I'm not saying that I'm those kind of people that would like to be published everywhere or not. It could be nice to do that or to have those opportunities, of course. But for me, just a humble journey so far in a few publishers that has been very nice to me and put me there out there, either online or in print. And in this case, I just want to show you a few of my books that I'm in right now. This is one of them, for example. See you 10 years of poetry in the brew. And this is coming from Christine from Nashville, Tennessee. She's an amazing poet and a very nice host, and she has her own platform, which is Poets in the Brew, by the way. Shout out if she's looking or if she's gonna look at this video. Thank you so much for that opportunity. This was one of my first published here in the US, and she gave me the first opportunity to get into this new culture in this new way of doing things. There's this one though is my baby. Was my first one in Mexico when I was in high school, and I get published there in a college, in Sonora College University. They were very amazing me to have me there in their anthology, besides other very talented people at that time. And has been such an amazing thing for me, because there in Mexico was a whole new thing to show it in for my family and also to my people, like in schools and all that. I participated in a couple of poetry, what is the word, competitions. One of them, I was awarded second place nationwide, which gave me kind of a good platform to share more of my poetry even than what I did already. And that was one of those. Then when I get here to the US, like I said, this was my first one, and then I have another one which was with the Austin Poetry Society. This one, Diversity. These guys over here, they have a lot of published stuff out there with a lot of talented people locally here in Texas. I'm living in Texas now, and these two this woman here with these two books, she is from New Mexico, Albuquerque, Marisa Prada. She gave me the opportunity to be published in her two anthologies in, Red and Green. And I was so amazed to be part of that this year in person. Also, I'm being in Zoom most of the time with her in her platform, and now being in person with her and the other poets out there. It was such an amazing experience this year that gave me more inspiration to show even more out there. Like you, for example, Annette, and be part of Tesoro, for example, too, which is a great community for women and a very safe space to share poetry or any type of art. And myself, I'm showing up in Lenguas. Lenguas is a community that I offer with, co-hosting with my friend Martin Gray from the UK. And we both created this space for any type of art, any type of language, any type of culture to show up in Zoom. And we do this every month. And our next one is on November 18th. So if you want to join us everywhere out there, please do so. I'm going to share everything I have in my social medias that I'm going to show, right after I can. So yeah, that's a little bit of my story.
Well, it's great to hear all of that. So congratulations on everything. And sounds like you were born to write. You've been writing since you were 6 years old, so you've always had that writer and poet in you. So that's wonderful. And you mentioned Christine. I believe Christine's been on here. She's a
Yes,
lovely lady. Yeah, she used to be in charge of open mic there, I think in Nashville.
in
Yeah,
Nashville, Tennessee. Yeah.
she's really great. Liked her a lot. And your group, I've um, actually interviewed some people and have some upcoming ones. And to those people I've neglected, I apologize. My life's been crazy busy lately, and I've been so booked that I've anyway, things have kind of gotten by the wayside for and I'm a little bit more organized than that. Some usually, but it's been just kind of crazy busy. I actually spent like several days and hours on the magazine that just came out. So crazy
Wow.
busy. But I would love one thing I get to do with you is,
Yes.
and I think you got the message maybe, but I love to have the guest come up with the title and we both write on it, but we didn't get to do that, so we won't be doing that tonight. But
Yeah, I'm sorry.
we'll hear plenty of your beautiful poetry. I think I want you to go ahead and maybe share a couple pieces with us if you would. That would be
Of
great.
course. I have some already prepared for you and for all of the audience. Thank you so much, like I said, everybody who's watching, and thank you again, Annette. So I have one here for you. Let me check if this one actually is part of the first baby one that I was talking about in Mexico. This is Plegarias de una Luna Enamorada. It's in Spanish. And this is recently, I just take it over and recently kind of edited because I felt like needed some refreshener compared to what I did when I was in high school. And this is in Spanish though, and are excerpts, sorry, from a letter written, so to speak, by the moon to his beloved Earth. And this was kind of a begging humanity, their children, to stop the destruction of the planet. That was the kind of the essence of the poem in prose. And well, this, hope you like it. This is called Plegarias de una Luna Enamorada. So with some background music, like I say, I'm always going with that in a way of inspiring myself. No sé, no sé cómo empezar, mi amada mía, pues es que no quiero que malinterpretes mis palabras y pienses que me das ni un poquito de lástima. Simplemente es que te adoro. Te adoro tanto, tanto que te amo, que me trago las lágrimas, no lo sabes. Me duele simplemente cuando nuestros pequeños pierden la paciencia allá afuera y comienzan a quemar todo lo que les guarda sombra. Yo sé, por favor, no llores, mi doncella. Sabes que desde el firmamento yo velo por ti. Yo cuido de ti, en tu nombre a nuestros pequeños, y me doy cuenta que han bebido de tu sangre, aún más de los que pueden tus finas venas de grandeza. Cuando ellos recién poblaron el lecho tuyo, los enseñaste a sobrevivir, a caminar erguidos con el pecho brioso ante el orgullo de su madre tierra. Coronaste sus vidas con un cielo azul. Mientras tú, tan hermosa, los besabas purificando sus cuerpos con las lágrimas de la lluvia de una devota madre. Tú siempre la mártir, mi amada, preciosa tierra. Y así yo te vi. Yo te vi cuando lavaste sus pies, hincando tus cabellos azules con la solemnidad de quien se inclina ante un rey. Y sí, fue así que balanceaste danzando tu bello cuerpo en un ritual celestial que les mostró una primavera con olor a jazmín, magnolia, a rosa, gardenia. Volteaste hacia mí y me sonreíste, tan pícara, satisfecha de verlos crecer. La suavidad con la que acariciaban ellos los troncos grandes de los árboles, brazos con los cuales tú cubrías sus caprichos, a cada uno de ellos por igual. Y me miraste de nuevo, tan orgullosa. Y en tus ojos yo vi el brillo del amanecer, que ni el sol mismo que nos hemos de conocer aquí en el cielo era capaz de crear. Mas ahora ya no es así. Ya no es así porque tus propios hijos desterraron tus brazos, ensangrentaron tus venas con el deseo del maldito poder del dinero. Corrompieron el brillo de tus hermosos ojos que yo tanto adoraba, cubriéndolos con el oscuro velo de la contaminación. Las nubes, vestidas ahora de luto, contemplan junto conmigo la inminente llamada de la muerte, la extinción. No. Es que no entiendo por qué cientos de ecosistemas han desaparecido con el juguetón indiferente de un cigarro. El ciclo hidrológico de donde rejuvenecías tú ya no es lo mismo. Ya es solo un círculo de muerte. Y entiendo, créeme, entiendo y quiero entender y sigo tratando de entender. Sé lo fuerte que tú eres, que te has vuelto para no morir. Lo sé, porque eres una madre protectora que no quiere hacerlo sufrir. Pero no entiendo. No puedo evitar sentir un dolor agudo en mis cráteres al verte mantener tu silencio. Incluso cuando sientes tus entrañas explotar. Y no me queda más que decir, a veces gritar desde mis entrañas mismas, ya basta, por favor, ya paren, por favor, paren. Y yo qué quiero saber, dime, ¿por qué? ¿Cuándo? ¿Cuánto es suficiente? ¿Hasta cuándo vas a soportarlo? Porque yo deseo, con el alma, escribiendo esta carta, el día en que se den ellos cuenta de la tumba que ellos mismos cavan en ti. en el útero de su propia madre tierra, donde antes había una utopía que creaste con tanta devoción, amada mía. Pero ¿qué te puedo decir? Más que verte y llorar a tu lado y tratar de sentir algo de esperanza o resignación. Te ama eternamente, o al menos hasta que la muerte nos una con la gracia del hombre, tu adorada Luna. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So that was
Yes.
interesting. Because I don't speak the language. I did get a couple of words though. I got magnolia rose, and gardenia. You said right,
Yes, I did.
but the thing was, is I've been to many events. I'm involved in international um, society, literary and cultural society. I've been to many of the events, so and another one I'm frequently a guest on, and there's
Mm-hmm.
people from different countries speaking in different languages. And the thing that strikes me about you that is different than I've ever seen, um, is that even though I can feel and hear the beauty in people's words and so forth, you emote so well, and you're such an excellent spoken word artist that even though you can't understand the language, and you do so well with your gestures and just acting it out, so to speak, that
Mm-hmm.
it really it really brings it home for those of us who don't speak the language. You can feel it more. You do just a wonderful job. It's beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you so
Uh,
much for that.
you're welcome. Yeah, it's probably it was excellent. Wish I could speak the language. Made me want to go learn Spanish so I could understand it. I hope Christian is watching this actually, because Christian Romero Diaz is from Chile, but he's one of my
Mm-hmm.
we have a bunch of comments, and so we're going to go read those real quick.
Sure.
We have a good morning from Tokyo. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And it's hello. This is my friend Martha, who owns a
Hola Marta,
marvelous
mucho gusto.
bed and breakfast in about 45 minutes from me. I'm going to be your way on Wednesday. We'll talk about that later. And then we have Teresa's sister in the house. Please make sure you sign
Yay.
your. There we go. We have Teresa Gallion, and she's
Hi,
on
Teresa.
soon. I'm sorry. Um, that's not true. Hi, Teresa. Teresa's been on. I was thinking of someone else. Teresa's been on. She's a wonderful guest. Um, and are you in Italy, Teresa? Where are you exactly? You're supposed to go to Italy, I believe. Well done, great stuff. Michael
Thank you so much.
Dulake. Michael is from the
Oh,
UK.
Michael.
You know Michael.
Nice to see
There you
you.
go. And then we have Stacy Artist
Of
Dyson.
course, I know,
Stacy
Mama Stacy.
loves
So good to see
trees.
you,
Yeah,
Mama.
yes. And then we have Michael Dulake again say, I don't understand the Spanish language, but I see the passion of the poetry. Oh, bravo, Edith. Really, you do. You do such a marvelous job, Edith. And really bringing light to your poetry, even though we don't speak the language. You just make it so entertaining, and you're captivated by by your presentation. It's just marvelous. So the
Thank you.
beautiful sound of the language in Edith's voice, you go girl, exactly. She's done a
Oh,
marvelous job, and then Stacy, absolutely beautiful. Yes, yeah, you really, I love how you all in your group are so supportive of each other. I think it's so
yes.
important, and they're so good about coming on and supporting each other, and I think that that's really important. But marvelous. Excuse me. Do you just I got tickle in my throat. Do you just write in Spanish, or do you write in English also?
Yes, I do. I actually started to do poetry in English when once I get here 6 years ago. I at the beginning I started just writing in English straight out of whatever my brain can translate, right? But I have an editor who is an immigrant too. She's from the former, what is it, Union Sovietica, Soviet Union.
Uh-huh.
um not anymore, of course, but she was from there. And well, she told me, hey, why not you write in Spanish and then translate it into English? That's even better because it makes you flow better. And then I just try it, and it's the way I do it now because it's the way it feels to me, natural, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was very beautiful. It was
Mhm.
very beautiful.
Thank
So
you.
it's now I'm going to ask you an off the wall question. So this is an
Yes.
off the wall question, not even related to poetry, but maybe you can make it poetic, your answer. I don't know. Um, so if you could be an animal, in any animal, what animal would you be?
It's kind of I will cheat because it's part of my my name. So I will be a blackbird or a crow or a raven, because I believe, not I believe, I know that from ravens and crows, they are very into shiny stuff. They have very good memory. They have good communication skills for being a bird. They're very intelligent and they can hide stuff really easily and remember where they hide them. So, and of course, they were used to be very good messengers, and so it's a way of me being a messenger too, for the world, through my life and my experiences. May not be as, peachy and bright and cute and stuff, to be honest, but there are things that are authentic and part of my soul. So it's just a little bit of offering for everybody that can and want to hear my story.
Now, were you into Edgar Allan Poe at all? The Raven
I
or
read a few, yes, of his. I like his surrealism in some of their pieces, of course. And of course, I love his language in a goth way, so to speak, because I know the goth culture kind of relate to a little bit of that literature sometimes, depending on who you ask. But yeah, I like Allan Poe. And he's a very sharp person, a very kind of twisted the things and the story and the poems really easily, that my mind gets like, whoa, I didn't see that come. And the stories are very horrific sometimes, which I love horror in general since I was a kid. Yeah.
now, do you just write poetry, or do you also do short stories, or do you write other outside of poetry?
Well, I tried to do short stories and became poets poems at some point. I guess I what I can say to this is a hybrid in between short stories and poems combined. I cannot leave my way of speaking, so to speak, in poetry, so it's embedded there in my stories. So I have a
Yeah.
couple. One of them is about a story through the desert, from a person who is traveling from Mexico to the U.S. In a dangerous situation, of course. And yeah, that's one of those stories. I'm not sharing it right now because it's kind of long, but it's a really endearing thing. We all live as immigrants sometimes.
Oh, very neat, very neat. Well, so I want you to share something in English, if you would, so I can really, if you don't mind, so I can
Yeah.
really hear, I can understand the words and really follow it. But I your 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 presentation in Spanish is so marvelous that, like I said, I was kind of mesmerized through the whole thing. I was just like, wow, wow, not knowing
Aw.
what you're saying, but just really you emote it so well. So you almost don't even need to speak the language. It's just so beautiful. So I'm
Thank
going to give
you.
the screen back. Have you take the stage and present another piece for us, if you would, please.
Of course, yes. Thank you. So this poem is a little into short, and it's in English though. But this poem is inspired by the practice of love making between two people that, of course, they are in a divine energy kind of romantic way, who share their energy to one another and to the universe in a very, very special way. So hope you like this. And as always, put in some music. So this is called Battle of Ecstasy. Let me just start over. There you go. What a wonderful dance. You and I, dressed by soft skin, warm and imperfectly perfect. My fingertips follow your curves while we flow through the wilderness of this wooden floor. Free, raw, moist, kissable, lovable. Just the two of us, unfolding fantasies. Written in the subconscious of the divine, exploring this hard surface with open pores, sweat, and inner scars, traumas. Such a passionate moment, my love, mi amor. So ethereal to the naked eye, so desirable yet forbidden by society. So please, just don't allow judgment to dim your flame. Don't reject, please don't, what our bodies create. No, por favor. You and I, a companion, but external melodies to the streets. The taxi cabs, the stubborn horns, the rushing crowds going to work. All the people out there cannot understand the magic amount our lips. I kiss you again. They cannot witness the sacred ritual of our hips moving and swirling and moving. Nobody but us will free the vortex to the sky, a tornado of emotions coming from our bellies. What a delightful deal. Pretentious battle of ecstasy with a peaceful uncle meant to be a paradise for two, you and me. So please, don't spare the details, mi vida. Don't miss those naughty bites. Don't mute those. Give me más. Please, I'm begging you. Corazón mío. Stay with me, please, conmigo, until I'm turned into ashes with you. Thank you.
Wow. Don't know what to, when you give me speechless, I just say, wow, that's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the wow factor. You're just, wow. Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I'm a little speechless. You're such a great artist, and your poetry is just so beautiful and just so visceral. And you just do a marvelous job. You are a marvelous artist, not just a word artist, but also, your presentations are just beyond words. You are very unique, and hard to find someone as that has the excellence that you have as far as your words and your delivery. So kudos to you, dear.
Thank
You
you.
really,
Really means a lot to me.
yeah. Somebody called you fire singer. That was Miss Teresa. So
Hi.
yeah, I could listen to you and watch you all day long. So you're just
Aww.
mesmerized. You just become very spellbound with you, and there's not enough people. There was several people on before, but they don't know what they're missing, so they'll just have to watch it later on. If you're not here right now, you should be. So it's a beautiful, beautiful performance. So um, yeah, thank you. I,
Thank
I feel
you.
honored to have you here and to have you doing your thing for us. We're all definitely graced by your presence.
Thank
Um,
you so much. It's such an honor to have you too. I know, and have this opportunity of being part of this platform of yours that I know you take care a lot of time and effort It's not an easy thing to do that, and be hold the container for all of us artists out there. It's also a huge commitment on your side. So thank you.
Yeah, well, I love to bring light to other artists and love to showcase them and their talents because everyone has their own little niche and their own thing, and it's just great to see the diversity out there and the talent. But your words are just beautiful, and yeah, so like I said, wow, that's the best. Always the wow factor is the best compliment you can get. Um, we have. Uh, we have All Fire and Flowers, and that's from Stacy. So thank you for
Oh,
being.
hermosa.
And I know that she's the founder of your organization. So
Yes, she's the
yes,
mama of all of us. Tesoros.
it's wonderful that she created that. You recite with beautiful emotion. Your expressions are fabulous. Yes, indeed. That's from Michael
Gracias,
Blake.
Michael.
And then Tercero says Jane spoken word. Edith, you are rocking it, and she is indeed.
Thank you, Jane.
Um,
Thank you, Teresa and Stacy, for being here with us, and Michael.
Michael, again, wow, so unique and beautifully read. I'm lost for words. Yep, same with me. We're both kind of so. And then we have Go Fire Singer from Teresa. So, thank you so much for being here for Miss Edith. So, do you have any writers in your family? Are you the only one?
I am the only one, but not the only artist in general. I mean, my mom was a singer for a while when she was around 15 years old, I think. And it has a little band with my uncle. My uncle was the bass. My now wife, his wife, my aunt, I guess. My aunt, it was the keyboardist, and they have a friend in common which has the bateria. I forgot the name. The yeah, the drum. So yeah. So they were
Wow.
a little band going locally in my hometown, here and there in the bars and things, doing their stuff. And my mom was a really good singer. She does it here and there a little bit, but just like a hobby, not like a job anymore.
So, are they proud of you in your work? Is your
Um,
family proud of you?
I mean, my mom is there with me in the whole journey, of course, alongside just seeing how I kind of learn more stuff about it. But sometimes people don't really fully understand how much means to me because they're not me, right? And so it is more than just showing things, or writing stuff for the shock value or for the popularity or some. It comes really, really. It means to me a piece of me, so it's
Yeah.
it's very important for me as a healing part of myself, also.
Yeah, it's hard to get. I think people. There are people that have a passion for poetry that don't write, but I think only the poet really has that passion. So it's hard for
Yeah.
I think sometimes people to understand when they kind of don't live inside that world. And back of you, I'm noticing all this kind of. I think it's artwork. Is that your artwork in the background?
Oh, that's another artist of my family, by the way. My sister, my middle sister, does this all these paintings in the top. That's why my sister did. I did the one over there, the one with the moon. I mean, this was one my mom with me. She tried to make some paintings with us sometimes. And that over there is a little friend that I have, the small one, and he's 10 years old. Emiliano. He is a little guy I take care of sometimes as a nanny. So, for 5 years we have been together, and he gave me this in my birthday, on my birthday. Little dog
Very
is
nice.
saying, "Hello,
I'm
mama. Someone is
sorry.
there."
If I put them upstairs in a room, they still make enough noise to where it comes down here. I don't know what to do. She's horribly. I don't know what the show would be. Sadie, I don't know what the show would be if she didn't bark at one point during it. Apparently, she's giving you feedback. She loves your stuff. So,
Oh, I saw her. She was so cute. Wish I can see her face.
oh well, she's kind of messy. She hasn't had. Come here. She hasn't had a proper brushing or cut lately, so she's kind of a mess right
Oh,
now. She's kind of a Tiny.
¡Hermosa! No se peinó la chamacona bella. She's so cute. Look at that.
Oh, she's a good dog.
Oh, she
She's been
looks
my
cute.
friend. If it wasn't for her during the lockdown, it would have been very difficult. So, um,
Yeah.
I'm not an artist. I'm a creative and I make things. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually just getting ready to go somewhere on Wednesday to see about teaching a jewelry class, which I haven't done jewelry in
Well,
a
yeah,
little
I
while. So
think you are a
brush up
poet,
on it.
right? You write
Yeah,
poetry, right? Then you are
yeah.
artist, right? That way you're being
I'm
an
a
artist of
word.
it.
I am a word artist. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
you are.
uh, but I started doing some pour painting. You know what pour painting is?
Oh yes, like marble kind of shades, and it's
Yeah,
oh,
it's
there's so
very.
many
I
techniques.
did one
Yeah.
tonight right before the thing. That was my decompression, and
Oh, okay,
that's
nice.
still very wet. But I have some that I've done. None of them are that great. One of them I messed up, and so I went and put glitter on it last night. I might give it go grab it real quick later and let you show the mess I made out of it.
Yeah,
They
I would
aren't
love
very
to
good.
see that.
Now, once you see it, you'll think, that's a good Annette.
Oh, no, I don't think so. It takes a lot of effort to do that because I saw that one little tiny bad movement can ruin the whole thing. I know. I
Yeah.
saw that technique done a couple of times, and not myself, but someone did it in front of me, and it's whoa! I
Yeah,
cannot even
it'll
imagine
look
how to.
really good, and then I'll do something and it'll mess it up and it'll make it look bad.
Yes,
So
I
that
understand. So
happens.
don't worry about it. Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead? I'm going to give you the stage again. I know everybody's dying to hear more of your work, so I'm going to give it back to you, my dear.
Thank you so much. And I had to say, this one is in Italian because I've been learning. I know me as a Spanish speaker, of course, it's easier to understand or learn, in this case, a Latin type of language like Italian. But yeah, I love Italian because it flows so beautifully in poetry. So I choose this language to be my third one. And this one is an experiment, a little one is of experiment about it with this, and it was a piece I made during the pandemic, I think 2020 or 2021, and this is called tutto e niente, which is everything and nothing in English. And I started to learn this, like I said, 3 years ago, and this is about passion for art, how we pour our souls as artists, talking just about artists a minute ago, for the audience and the applause, but not just that, it's a piece of our soul, so it's more than just the applause. So hope you like this. And just a little words before is: dedico lo sforzo in questa poesia a Diletta, la mia insegnante di italiano. Grazie mille, queridissima, per avermi sostenuto in questa avventura con me. So hope you like this. Hey, 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 hey! Cosa senti sul palco? Ah, mio amico! Sento il bisogno di offrire la mia devozione al pubblico, tutto il pubblico, servire a ogni sguardo un pezzo della mia esistenza. E mira, ascoltami bene, concedere la mia voce con spine e petali di rosa, fragante, dare tutto il mio respiro in ogni parola mentre, esponendo la mia anima nuda, taglio, e apro il petto per morire e revivere con gli applausi e gli applausi del pubblico. Cosa meravigliosa! Così come lo sentite? Non è pericoloso? Vale davvero rischiare la pena rischiare? Mio amico, vale tutto e niente. Tutto ciò che l'arte può accendere nelle vostre cellule, semplicemente prendendo il pennello. Il pennello, toccando delicatamente le corde di un strumento, prendendo fiato per dare alla luce una canzone. deflorando. La pagina bianca come questa poeta, come questa, sì, con la prima lettera, plasmando un pezzo di materia in forme eloquenti, ogni delicato movimento in nome della musica e della segneggiatura. Tutto e niente di meno di tutto, quello semplice per chi come me sente. Le vele, il flusso naturale dalla lava, dai colori artistici. Wow! Allora deve essere una bella esperienza. Ah! Oh, sì, sì, mio caro amico, e anche un dovere per tutti, compreso il pubblico. Ah, ascoltami bene. Fare tesoro di ogni vestigia d'arte dal passato, testimoniare e consacrare l'arte del presente ed ereditare tutte forme dell'arte al futuro. Mi hai sentito? Perché non c'è sensazione migliore che riversare tutto essere nell'opere. Tutto e niente. Grazie a tutti. Thank you so much. So that
So
was
beautiful. You're so talented. You have now you're multilingual. You can do Italian, you can do Spanish, English. Is there any other languages you can do?
no, not yet, but I want to
That's a good
perfect it too.
repertoire. It's a
Thank
great
you.
repertoire. It's beautiful. You just are marvelous. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to hear you and to see you perform. So it's a wonderful experience indeed. I got some of
Oh,
my bad art here.
yeah,
Um,
can we see
I'll,
some?
yeah, I'll show it. So this is pour painting. I'm not an artist. I'm a pourer, and I don't know how well you can
Let me
see it.
see.
Um,
Oh,
well, it
that's
doesn't.
pretty.
I don't think it really shows the colors well enough. But
It's
it's
like
like
metallic
purple.
kind of colors.
Yeah,
I
yeah, they
love
are.
it.
This is metallic. I like working with
Yeah.
metallics. So that's one. This is a really
And
bad one. I did
to
sponge
be honest,
painting.
it looks a little bit like our background right now, the one that you showed.
Yeah.
Oh, why is not good? That's
Now that one
gorgeous.
I put plaster on, so it's got a 3D thing, and then I
Yes,
sponge
that's
paint.
really pretty.
Okay,
Honestly,
I
it
put
looks a little bit like a book, in the Renaissance kind of book. I don't know the word, but there's the butterflies and all the. It's kind of, if I
yeah,
don't know
I
if
need
have
to.
you ever seen the New Orleans scenery, you know?
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to go this way. Actually, it actually has a
Yeah,
lace thing that I put on the bottom too.
that's
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
funny. New Orleans, maybe because of the colors, and then I
The
have
colors and the symbols you have over there, like antique kind of stuff. Oh, that's
this
beautiful.
one.
It looks like have texture in it.
Does. It has texture, and then I put some
Yeah.
gold flecks in there. I'm
It
almost
looks
done.
like when the waves are coming and going in the kind of the shoreline. It's so beautiful. Oh, look at that. That looks as
Another metallic.
our background right now. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it
depending on
looks
which
like
way you fish. One more. So this is the one that kind of went wrong in a bunch of places were showing, and so glitter fixes everything. So I used glitter paint yesterday, so it gave it
oh,
more
that is
dimension. And
pretty.
I don't know if you can
I
see
think that's
better
my
one way.
favorite. That's my favorite.
It
It
is,
looks like scales, you know? It looks
yeah,
like scales of like a medusa or something.
yeah. You
That's
can't really see
gorgeous.
it, but yeah, that's my attempts at art, which I'm not really an artist. I'm just
No, it
uh,
is pretty.
abstract stuff. So I'm going to show gorgeous presentation that was from Marissa. Here we go.
Oh, Marisa Mama.
Love you.
I love
And
you too, Queen.
gorgeous honey. Yes, she's great. Michael D. Lake again, just blown away by lady's skills. Yes, world class expressions, recitals in different languages. The world is in your hands. Yes,
Oh,
indeed. Love that, Michael.
Michael, so
Yep.
supportive. Thank you so much for your kind words, everybody.
Michael was one of my first guests a long time ago, about a year ago. So
Uh-huh.
Michael really came on about a year ago. Do you know Michael?
I think I need a picture to confirm is the person I'm thinking of, but hopefully is the person I'm thinking of and not. But if
Yeah,
not,
he
it would
lives
be nice to meet for sure.
he lives in the
Yeah.
UK. So
He
I'm going to
was
ask
part of
you.
your guests too?
I'm sorry.
Was he part of your
Which,
guests?
yeah, he was one of my guests, my one of my first guests, like a year ago when I started
Oh,
it. I think I've done about had about 90 now. I would have
okay.
probably been,
I'll
but
check the chapter because I heard the whole video with Christine. It was amazing to see her poetry and performing, and all both of you. And the dynamic was so nice. I would love to see him. Then I'll check the video for sure.
yeah,
Thank you.
he wants to do another one. Because when Michael did, I think we had more than one person on. He just is overcoming or overcame a kind of a speech issue. I hope you don't mind me saying, Michael, but with like stuttering, and so he's really. I saw a video of him recently, and he did so well. I was so proud of you, Michael. So I'll have you back on. You can kill it yourself. So that will be great. He says I was so nervous. He said, but
Of
you did
course,
great.
no,
You did
everybody.
great. He said he was nervous, but he really did marvelous. So, but he's gotten so much better. So go ahead. Actually, before I have you share another piece, I'm going to ask you a question. I ask everybody that comes on here,
Got
and
it. Mhm.
that is, you come across Aladdin's lamp tomorrow. You get to make three wishes. What three wishes are you going to wish for?
Oh, well, I would wish to all the children who are suffering that they may have relief and to enjoy their childhood. That's what I would like. One of them, because me as a survivor, I in so many things. Unfortunately, I missed all my childhood. So it has. I know as my on my own end, and not because it's just me or like heaven points. I'm not doing heaven points with this. It's just that I feel the pain of people. So I would love that to have some peace, not like war peace in a pageant way,
Yeah.
but for real, authentically peace of mind for everybody, and especially the children. Um, the second, I might say the rest of the people, I guess, because we are humans, and I would love to have more than peace of mind is kindness, because from kindness comes peace of mind, comes compassion, comes tolerance, and all those good qualities that humans can give to one another and to themselves. So it will be healing for all of us to have some of that kindness around us and in us to share, and a way to be brave enough to not brave enough like we should do it or not. It's just be vulnerable. That's what I'm trying to say, and to other people, and feel safe enough to do that. That's a good thing that I would like to see more out there. And the third one is healing for the planet, honestly. And just like I did in my poem, saying what I really like to is just people loving their home as how it is, and trying to find like a middle ground between the desires they have to the basic needs, for example, and also the healing of the mother tierra, the earth, just to give it a little bit back, and not just take and take and take, because a lot of people are used to just take, and that people mostly is like the 1%, the rich community. And I hope they can find some kindness in their life so they can spread it and be more mindful of what they're doing, and give us the chance, us, the rest of the population, to do our thing too, with more resources, of course.
Yeah, indeed. Well, those are very selfless wishes. So, all very admirable things. So, um, I've written on quite a bit of those things myself on occasion. So, I got you. We have
Mm.
another. Um, so she brings. Oh, I think maybe I said this before. Um, Yeah, I just noticed. Maybe I didn't read that so good, but Stacy actually had mentioned the music that you play with your presentations, and I think that that is that added touch too. That you don't need it because you're so emotive, but it adds just that little extra, touch that really makes it even more marvelous. So you do a great job. I don't know if you present a lot on stage and out in the community.
Here in Austin, I live in Austin, Texas right now. So in Austin, I try to go into in-person open mics. I've been featured before the pandemic. I was featured a few times in some little libraries, local libraries like Book Woman and Marvel Books. Those are two little libraries here. They were very nice to me and all, and that was a nice thing. Unfortunately, with pandemic happening, a lot of things happened. Some places shut down. Unfortunately, open mics that I used to be very there, very hard fan of them. So I just do a couple right now. One is in South Austin, and it's called The Hive. Is the coffee shop The Hive, and the community is based with this amazing host, and is just like all the effort and the love and the passion to hold the space for all of us artists. His name is Reeves. So if you want to go, it's every Wednesday from 6:30 sorry, to 10 p.m. And it's a very popular event. A lot of musicians there. I think I'm just two of spoken words, and that is one is me. Yeah. So those are the ones.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. That's great. That's
And
marvelous.
thank you.
Here we go. Um, so um, the music in the background is a bonus. Yeah. So
And then
and
you
really,
do. Okay.
just without the music, you're so musical. You're very lyrical, and you're melodic. You're not only your words but how you present. So, but definitely gives it just a little extra. But you certainly don't have to have it because you are a one woman show by yourself. So you, um, but
But
it's a great act.
it will be though, what is the word, hypocrite if I don't say this to you, or honestly, music is my main muse. So I write always with music. It is the way how my brain flows the best. So I'm not a musician, though I feel the music as part of my poetry, so made me
Yeah,
sort of a musician, but not in that. My voice is the instrument, that's what I'm saying. So in this case, every time I put music, is related to the poem most of the time, and also the music gave me that space, take me to that scenery, vivid
yeah,
scenery, or that vivid memory, that bring me the emotion there. That's how I
yeah.
work with
Well, the
music.
infusion with your work is actually great, and that's what I do. I have many videos on YouTube, and it's a video, and Alan Johnson does most of the recitations, but it's to music. He writes music too, so
Oh,
it really, yeah. So it really does make it brings it to life even more. So
hmm.
yeah, I get it. I get it. So
Thank you.
go ahead and share with us another one of your beautiful pieces. Somebody said we both look beautiful. Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. So
Yeah.
I'll give the stage back to you and share more of your beautiful work with us, please.
Thank you so much. So, talking about children, and what I was telling you about my own childhood, that unfortunately have so many stories that I'm not really diving in right now. But just to give a little bit of that idea of what I was, or who I was more likely back then. This is Machorra, and this a poem is in English, kind of some words in Spanish over there. It's inspired by the slang word machorra, which is the title, and which in my country, unfortunately means either tomboy, which is not bad, but could be a derogative way of calling a lesbian too. So because it's like a macho pretender kind of thing saying. So these were defined, unfortunately or fortunately, part of my life and my identity as a misunderstood kid, since I was called that way for many, many, many years. And this piece is part of the outline, like I said. Thank you, Marisa Prada. And me as part of the community LGBTQ plus and a queer person, I had to endure all that in my childhood. So hope you like this one. I sing, I jump, hide, and run. Surrounded by cobwebs and broken dolls. Arms flying over the water tongues. Poking at the dawn. I'm a girl, a boy, and much more. Captain of my paper ship at the sea, queen of my sun castle at Pinitos Beach. I, let me tell you something. Call me Alicia, Damian, but not Norma, por favor. No, Norma is for well-behaved kids, and well, they say I am not. Hey, Bess, I have the best grades. You see? Not enough? Look, I cleaned the classroom. ¿De veritas? Not enough? I have abuelita in the kitchen. Díganme qué no hago yo. Not enough, right? Take mejor the water out of my body. Awakening alcahuete love. Cause, hug me, please. Hug me when my teddy feels alone. Tell me I am good. Tell me I am useful. And I am somebody. Just tell me once. Cause, church people point at me a lot. Teachers. And you, ya te vi. Tones, what's really bad who I wanna be? I just want to get in the mud and scrape my knees, climb trees, rip my beaten jeans without being told, no. This isn't for chicks. I want to be a trucker or play with my compass football, eat with bare hands a full meal, feel okay not knowing how to wear heels now, or hear religion's reasons without feeling filthy, or a punch of guilt. Because you know what? I love mis compañeritas. Their eyes, the rizos, their hands, so tender. But I don't want to be called, hey, machorra, or macho pretender. Guess I had to remind you again. I'm a girl and a boy and much more. Freddy Krueger in Culiacan Street, playing with my vecinitos high and sick. I am G.I. Joe, a Spice Girl, and doctor of every little thing. Oh, so please, call me Tatiana, maybe Barney, but no Norma, por favor. No, Norma is for good kids, and I am so much more. I have the best hugs when you cry. I clean and decorate my now's abuelita's graveyard. And hey, I fed the stray dogs and cats at night, but shh, I sneak out, don't tell. So porfis, teachers and family, and you, let me be as fluid as the sea, the captain, the trucker, the queen, G.I. Joe, Spice Girl, doctor, and me, and más yo awakening alcahuete love. Cause I don't really see what's really bad in me. I don't. So, Teddy, for now on, please, don't ask for Norma. Tell them, don't ask for Norma. Just ask for Edith. Edith, that's me. Thank you.
Thank you for giving that a voice. I think you
Thank you.
articulated it so well, and it needs to be, and to go into that mindset of the child who who might be confused by society's, um, way of looking at things, and not accepting what they feel is normal, and to know
Yeah.
that it's okay. It's okay to think and feel those ways, and you're yearning for acceptance, which I
Yeah.
know that many are that are, out there, and they don't get the understanding or support from their families. So thank you for
Yeah.
presenting that. That was marvelous. It really
Thank
was.
you. And this is
Yeah.
actually my teddy when I was little kid, so it's a real
Is
thing.
it
Yes.
made it
Yes, he is.
even? That's special. So yeah, that's great. You are just a delight, and such a marvelous poet and
Mm,
artist and presenter, and you've just done a great job. And I feel very privileged to have you here tonight, and to share your wonderful gift with so many people. So thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Really
it's
mean.
already come to an end. Like I said, I could listen to you all night long. And do you have anything that you want to say to anybody, maybe who's out there and wants to write and maybe isn't so good, needs to hone their skill? Um, that and what we can do maybe to promote poetry in our society and get it more infused.
Well, first of all, and this is coming from my experience, I know everybody has their own path in creative writing, for example, that is what I'm in. I will say find your muse. What is your muse that make you flow the pen? It's not about the cliches of stuff. Like I might say in my case, if I don't have music, it's really kind of pointless sometimes to write for me. So people will say, "Hey, it's just be in a coffee shop with the beautiful, I don't know, notebook and your beautiful pen and just do the thing." It's not like that for me. It's not like the movies. For me, it's just sometimes I'm crying all over. I'm just writing with the music in my headphones or just in speaker or whatever or my phone, and sometimes it's just under the like a storm or something. It's not necessarily the best scenario you may find for creative writing, but it is the best for me, so find your muse, and don't think of like the perfect place to do that. Just do it in wherever you are. You can just be driving, and maybe not, of course, don't write while you're driving, but maybe if something like a wave of inspiration comes to you because you saw something on the road, just pull a little bit on the side, write whatever was in your mind in that moment, and go for the rest of the route. And
Yeah.
that's the thing for me. And to promote poetry in our case is just to show our art the way, authentic way that we can. I know it's difficult to find those places you feel safe enough to be vulnerable that way, but I think once you find that niche, wherever you feel comfortable to show that part of you, I think is the places where you shine the most. Because of course it's not about showing for the sake of popularity, at least for me. It's for the sake of feeling, sharing a part of you, feeling every letter in your poem, and just giving it as a gift to someone. Even if they reject it, that's okay. You feel still complete, so to speak, once you're done with your piece. And just do it. Try to find people who are already in the business, so to speak, business, or in the media, like musicians. Find another artist. There's always a lot of collaborations projects that you can have with a painter, with a dancer, musician, and that's another way of moving your art in different scenarios, in different places, and they adopt you. Let me tell you, it's like a thing. They adopt each other, and create art together. Sometimes I created a piece with a person of mine, a friend of mine who is a musician here in Austin when the pandemic hit. So it was an amazing experience because it's a thing that I don't understand fully because I don't play any instrument. But this person gave me knowledge, and I gave him knowledge about creative writing in my case. So we both created something, and we both grow. So that's the thing of doing co-projects. Is another way of promoting your art in different areas.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. Actually, it's really funny because I haven't found open mics here, and there should be somewhere because I'm in a big enough town. But I
Mhm.
was working a week ago at a very, very small town. I mean, you blink your eyes and you're out of it. And I went to a restaurant and they had a guy playing the guitar, and he had a thing where
Mhm.
you could sign up for open mic. So I came in and signed up for it. I didn't get sat down. He called my name. So I
Aw.
did about 15 minutes, and people were really engaged. So it made me happy. So,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
way. And also your platform, this saying yes to the opportunities like this one, like Pop Chat, say yes to anything you have the chance to get into. And if you don't feel at the end like it was meant to be for you because you don't feel comfortable enough, in my case, I feel so welcome here and I love it. I'm not saying that, but you don't, it's still an experience. That's what I'm saying. It's still something you will have in your background as a way of learning so you can keep improving and knowing more people and communities out there. Zoom is a thing right now, and there's some other platforms like Zoom that you can go to another place, international open mics, for example. Those are a thing now. So
I
there's
think
so
that is very
many resources.
I think it's so important for us to really support each other and in our
Yes.
art form, really, you know. So we got a couple more comments, and then we're going to wrap it up. But we
Sure.
have Michael DeLake again saying, "Oh wow, I was mesmerized. What an artist you are, Edith. Please never give up. You were born to do this." Yes, indeed, she was.
Mhm.
Yes, she has purpose, of course. And then I don't know if we said that about Stacy, such a painfully beautiful soul telling piece, and it really was. And then we have um, this is Sherry Healy, one of my admin, Sheely. Um, Beautiful, loved it, such a talent. And then again, she says, I do that. I pull over on the side of the road too. I do too. I do parking lot poetry all the time. And
Yes. These are the queens.
cops came up one night. I was sitting there forever doing parking lot poetry, and they were like, "What are you doing? You've been sitting here for a long time." And I said, "I'm writing poetry." And they were like, "Have you been drinking?" And I was like, "No." So I actually have a poem called "Officer, Please Forgive Me" for the next time I get asked
Oh,
that parking lot, and talks about it. I just had to pull over, and start writing. Things were going through my head type
uh-huh.
thing.
That's a
But
hell of a title. I think I'll get inspired by that.
yeah,
I love it.
officer, please forgive me. Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, it does happen, and then they'll say, "All right, have you been drinking?" Yeah, my Diet Coke. And then I tell them, I said, I'm home. I'm single. I'm home alone all the time. Sometimes it's just good to know that there's people out there in the world, you know.
Yes.
So occasionally a homeless person will come up and want money, but now I don't give them anything unless they make them listen to a poem.
Oh,
So
oh wow. That's
make
very
them
interesting.
make them listen to a poem first and say, "Yeah, I'll give you $10, but first you got to listen to this poem." And so they're like, "Okay." Trying to
That's
infuse it
good.
in there somewhere.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea. It's like also giving something more than just money, from you. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. And usually I choose one that I think will be a message for them. And
yeah.
Sherry Lee, we are parking lot. Yep, road girls. Yes, indeed. So again, Edith, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence,
Thank you.
talents, your charisma, your loveliness. It's been a pleasure to have you, and keep doing what you're doing. As I said, you were born to do this, and I think that you really were. And you have a lot of good messages in your
Thank
poetry that's so
you.
important. So, love and blessings to you. Love and blessings to everyone. Thank you so much.
Muchas gracias a
And
todos. Muchas gracias, Annette. And thank you to my Tesoro family. Thank you for the audience in general who's coming here to us and support us. All the people I don't know and I would love to know. Please, if you can follow in my social media and we can contact each other, will be nice. Everybody is welcome to Lenguas. So, like I said, I will put everything there in my social media so you can join us if you want to, of course. And any type of art, language, and culture is welcome. So thank you, and thank you, Annette, again. This was an amazing opportunity. I wish you the
me
best for
too.
the next
Oh,
things.
thank you so much. So when I send these recordings to you, make sure in the comment section you put your social media information so I and others can follow you. So love and blessings to you and to all. And it's been wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dear.